Hello and welcome to episode 29 of our Orlghelovar campaign. In the last episode, we finally went to war with our dwarven brothers and sisters up in Orlghelovar. It was time. They were very weak. They have been losing land constantly to both Astaire and to March, or at least they would in the future, and so we had to step in and stop that from happening. We have cut Astaire off. Now they could go at March, but I don't think that they will do that because March is allied to Ibavar and Buvari has about 500,000 troops. Sorry, they have 632,000 troops. So they're not going to attack them. So we've essentially cut Astaire off, and we are now surrounding them on multiple sides, which is very good for us as we keep them locked into Eskin where they belong, and they are now pushed up against the Northern League that while yes, they are our rivals, they are helping us keep Astaire contained. As for today, we are going to be going to war with Gore Azenbrog when our truce is up in 4 years. And the reason we are is because they're allied to Kumarkand. I need to get to war with Kumarkand in order to start taking land that I want. But they're in the coalition against us, which is pretty significant. They have quite a few people in it. So I want to make sure that we are A-okay in that department and that I don't have to fight how many troops? That many troops. Almost 1 million troops when I could just, not. When I could just simply not fight 1 million troops. So we're going to be patient and we're going to go to war then. I also need to go to war with Silent Blade because we need to fix these borders up and take the rest of the deep woods for ourselves. And that truce is up in 1706. 1706. Now we're in the process of coring a bunch of stuff up right now, which is very, very good. Let me check my mission tree. Are we... right, we're building a spy network on Segdir, but they keep catching us. But that's what our mission tree is waiting on. So we just have to keep building that that spy network and hope that eventually we get it. Or we take the province ourselves, which I don't really want to. I don't really want to own Askasur, but hey, if I have to for the mission tree, then I will do it. It is as simple as that. All right, let's go ahead and get this unpaused and let some time pass. All right, we have some more rebels in the deep woods. We always have rebels in the deep woods. There's a Railskulker Separatists. We'll send this 31,000 stack up to deal with those. And it's looking like we can convert some stuff here. Okay, we will do that. We have 21,000 troops down here that are causing issues. So let's go ahead and send a large stack over to deal with them. Ibavar enters into a military coalition. Yeah, okay. It's fine. They'll get over it. And, okay, we have a couple of things. Number one, we can embrace the institution. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Culture conversion, cost reduction. That doesn't really affect us at all, but very well. And we have the solution. In his office at the center of Dwarven Medicine, Norimber Glassbeard muses on diseases under candlelight. Covering the walls and floor around him are sketches of his microscopic observations and jars of various jellies and liquids perched precariously on stone shelves. On his desk sits a response from the Enlightened 10 regarding his theory of disease. He posited that the rot was caused by the tiny rods he observed, which he named Both Goblins for their rapid breeding and movement, desire to invade places they shouldn't be in, and most of all, their tendency to kill dwarves. The council agreed he had discovered an organism of great interest, but thought he did not successfully prove that these had caused the rot. Indeed, though he had found similar organisms, he had not been able to find these specific Bloth Goblins in any living dwarf, as all who had had the rot were either dead or burned or wholly cured. His attempts to find acceptance for his theory outside of Orlghelovar were even less successful, being greeted with ridicule and derision. Indeed, many of the other dwarven nations have already rationalized the rot as magical punishment from their ancestors for allowing the serpent spine to be invaded all those years ago. Glassbeard knows if he only had a person with the rot before him, he could isolate living Bloth Goblins from their blood. With an audible crack, he sits up, ramrod straight into his chair, as an idea strikes him. He has already succeeded in isolating Bloth Goblins from the original samples and growing them in large jars of broth made from the serpent's corpse. If he was to ingest Bloth Goblins from these stores and develop the symptoms of the Serpents Rot, would that not finally prove his theory? As he prepares to rush to the lab and recruit some doctors for his experiment, he stops to scribble a quick will exhorting his descendants to continue his research. It matters not if this experiment kills him, so long as it saves many other dwarves in the future. However, if his sacrifice is not to be in vain, then the world must know of it and its consequences. He will need the support of the Enlightened 10 to publicize his study and what it will mean for science, and to convince nations of all Halan to finally take notice. Glassbeard will get what he needs. Yep, so he is going to give himself the Serpents Rot in order to try and prove that they are real and a problem. I definitely saw that one coming. That is because that happened in real life. So this dwarf is going down a realistic way. Okay, so any known country in Western Canor, Bulwar, Rahen, North Hellas, South Hellas, and Eskin has 100 opinion of us. You ask for a lot. You ask for not the impossible. I was going to say you asked for the impossible, but this guy right here, he is in the subcontinent of Bulwar. He is the only person with their capital in Bulwar that's ever going to love me. These guys are going to hate me forever. But you, well, now you, on the other hand, I might be able to convince to like me quite a bit. So we'll start to improve relations with you, and then we will need to find some friends around the world. So we have Western Canor. Eskin's also going to be a bit tricky. In fact, I don't know if Eskin's going to be possible. Where is Anbenland's capital? Because that kind of matters at this point. It's a level 6 fort. Where's your capital, bud? Don't be giant. Don't be... No. Is that an Eskin, or is that right outside of Eskin? No, we're good. It is inside Eskin. Perfect. So Anbenland, we need to start improving relations with. And probably allying these people just to make sure that they stay friends with us. Zaka separatists? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we could deal with that. Regulation of the medical profession. I'm never going to develop that, so give me the admin points. All right. We also are, we have some overextension. Goblins flee from the country. Okay. You need to go unsiege that. You need to go fight these guys. Yeah, a lot to do. Mithril Arm Cartel. Oh, hey, that's a lot of dudes. That is a lot of dudes that we need to take care of. Okay, I thought I had an 80 stack up here. I don't know why I did, because I clearly don't. So these two stacks are going to combine together. And there's a stair. Join the coalition is what it is. Silent Blade truce is up in 4 months, so I need to make sure that I keep at least one of my diplomats clear here. That way I can declare the war. Move you guys down to Airnet Veer. And you can quickly go and deal with this and come back. Alright, looking good. You can head back to Orlghelovar. Wonderful. Conclave of Magi, they can go ahead and gain influence, and let's declare this war on Silent Blade, who is allied to Aelnor, but that is fine. Aelnor is not a problem. Alright, let's send these 80,000 troops to take this. Military Sky Galleons. Okay, this is a cool little artificer thing that we have gotten. Though wars may be fought by land and sea, that does not mean that those are the only places in which they may be fought. With the recent advances in technology, now even the sky itself might be home to the combat of the future. Being able to fly will grant us an unparalleled advantage over enemy forces. How does one outmaneuver an enemy who soars above them, let alone defend their holdings? The primary complication of this idea has been, of course, weight. Though our artificers have been able to prepare many fantastical designs, very few of them move beyond the planning phase due to the constraints of their weight. Without careful budgeting of weight, it would be unable to get off the ground. Even magic can only partially solve this problem, for after a point the consumption of Damesteer grows so severe it simply is not worth considering. By instead using Damesteer to amplify evocation magic, the design, shaped like a ship of the line, is able to replicate the effects of a hot air balloon in an enclosed space, creating pockets of air that allow the ship to float when mounted along the sides. These, combined with a series of steam-powered propellers and several large balloons, which more closely resemble hot air balloons, allow the ship to carry a sizable amount of weight without falling, and allowing it to lose several sources of lift without beginning to sink. These ships, when manned, are able to carry a battery of cannons and the supplies required to fire them. The military applications are obvious. These flying cannons can rain down fire on an enemy while proving very difficult to fire back. We have just created bomber planes in 1706. All right, where are these things and what are they good at doing? Growth being sparked locomotive, box of holding. No. None of you. Where are you guys? I must have gone past it because we definitely should have it. Compartment ventilator stall, view catcher, spark drive, portable turrets. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I need a month tick or something to let it update. Well, let that go by. Then maybe it'll be there. I'm not seeing it. Weird. Maybe I'm just scrolling past it a bunch. That's possible, but I don't see it. Now, someone also pointed out that maybe my mage estate has changed, and it has. So we don't have the old mage estate that we used to. We got a new one through a mission tree, which is, it gives us influence and inno gain. So that's pretty cool. It's just different. I didn't realize that we got a new reform there. Or privilege. All right. We could take tech. There's no reason to, though. We don't get inno. So we might as well just develop stuff on up. There we go. Make sure that you are all looking good. Ready to be effective. Yep. And then we will continue this war with Silent Blade. I mean, it's not like it's a major war. They're pretty weak compared to us. There's not much they can do. But, hey, I'll make good borders, right? At the very least. And unfortunately, that makes me think, when I'm thinking about that mission, that we have to have 100 relations with a bunch of people, that we might not want to go to war with, well, I was going to say we don't go to war with Kumarkan and such, but we won't take any land off of Kumarkan in the first war, so I guess it's probably fine. In the end, it will probably be fine. Let's put some admin development on this wool. Get you up to a decent spot. Yep, same thing here. Cool. That'll do for now. Lots and lots of development. Lots and lots of development. Right, we'll blast through these forts. Not even slightly a problem. And Parliament seats are being given out by the AI. That's fine. That's exactly what I wanted them to do. You need to head up to take Aelnor's capital, which doesn't have a fort on it, because of course it doesn't. You need to go there, and you know what? You can go there too and help them out. Take the army tradition. Thank you very much. Local traders demand aid. Give them the money. We have plenty. The rebellion state wants military access. Sure. Even though you have a fake religion. Oh, hey, 61,000 troops. No thanks. I'm good, but there, right there, is our first thing of coal. And stone column. Beautiful. All right. Number one most important thing is that we get that furnace up and running immediately. Immediately. Furnaces are life. Oh, we haven't built a fort up here yet because we have not finished quarrying everything. I was wondering how they got here. I was like, did they really walk all the way around? Because that seems a little insane. And it is, in fact, insane. And not what they did at all. Okay, you're not going to want to peace out. You have 90,000 troops. Somehow. I'm not sure how you pulled that one off, but congratulations, I guess. Hole digging, Hall of Ancestors. Yep, go ahead and do that. Bat flu. Tend to the ill. Definitely don't want to spend a bunch of money if we don't need to. All right, and we can go through and get all of this siege down very, very quickly. Yes, yes, Northern League is mad, whatever. They can be mad all they want. Do whatever they want to say. Doesn't matter to me. Let's make sure we're taking care of these rebels at the same time. I just need to get Aelnor out. Yep, they'll give me money. They might even give me some war reps. They will. And they will leave me the heck alone. Thank you. Now let's send all of you back down to here to Unblack Flag, and we will full annex Silent Blade. All right, wonderful. Boom. Take all that. Call it good. And oh, look at that. Our spy network on Segdir got done at the same time. Beautiful. Perfect timing. So follow the trail. This tale of crystal from Asgasur has captured the interest of many parties, a material capable of negating any magic. If it is real, it would become the one thing mages would fear and seek to control. We must find the source of these rumors and learn the origin of this material. The trail in Asgasur. Galen Carnoris sits in the council chamber with a self-satisfied smirk as one of our merchant spies gives their report. While posing as a trader in Asgasur, they were approached by several human traders, dwarves, and even a goblin, all who claimed to have access to a mythical substance known as Karashi. This Karashi was the substance that Carnoris believed he was buying. It can apparently nullify magic even in tiny amounts, and is the secret to the command subjugation of Hellas' many warrior mages. Karashi was once made near exclusively in the towering mountains of the Demon Hills by the monstrous Oni, and sold to the command in exchange for peace. The Oni have since been subjugated by the command, and their Karashi secrets extracted, allowing the command to ramp up Karashi production. All the Hellas now knows of this substance, wielded by the fearsome command to nullify their strongest warriors, Stories of Karashi spread as rumors down the Golden Highway, finding opportunists willing to exploit global traders by selling fake Karashi. Our spy met these opportunists in the midst of their scam, many already weighed down with crowns from successful sales. Being more careful than Carnoris, the spy attempted to weed out any running scam without a direct question. They first inquired about the process by which Karashi is made and received many different answers. Some refused to say at all, but some gave obviously ridiculous answers, like 2 parts mithril, 1 part gold, and that is the soul of a dead god, or even that it comes from meteorites. Yeah, how crazy would that be? They also disagreed on the appearance of Karashi, beyond that it is black, claiming it is crystalline, a powder, or even pure energy. In the end, the spy purchased a few samples from more convincing sellers to bring back for testing. They were all obsidian or powdered slate, completely worthless. With just a small quantity of Karashi, our unparalleled scientists could surely reverse engineer the secrets of its production. If we cannot obtain Karashi with gold or honeyed words, we have no choice but to take it by force. Plundering Karashi from the facilities deep in the Demon Hills is impossible, but luckily the command's newer production facilities and Karashi supply lines present easier targets. Even so, the command is well aware of the value of Karashi and will defend it to the last hobgoblin. Even discovering the Karashi routes will be difficult, let alone organizing an untraceable raid halfway across Halan. We will need to plan meticulously and execute perfectly to have even the tiniest chance of obtaining Karashi without incurring the wrath of the command. Well, I mean, the command can be mad all they want. What are they going to do to me? Alright, Secrets of the East. I need a spy network of 80 in the command. Oof. Oof. Well, we'll get back to that. But for now, we're going to focus on improving relations with people. I need someone in Western Canor to like me. Looks like Moonhaven is closest to liking me. Yeah, my Diplo rep is really bad. Why? Yeah, that'd do it. That would, minus 7.71. My God. That is bad. Well, first of all, we can get rid of the reduced research regulations. That'll help us out a little bit. Damn, that is crazy. I didn't realize how bad our improved relations was. Yeah, our reputation was sabotaged by the AI because it's the late game, so they're just going to spam unrest and sabotage the reputation. We dishonored an alliance. We're getting rid of goblins, and we have overextension. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. We'll fix it though. All right. Any other truces I need to be aware of? Gore Ozenbrog in 2 years. Okay. That is fine. And we can start to repair some holds. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and state this up. And all this as well. This can all be stated. I don't care if we go over our governing capacity. We can make it work. Okay. Then we're going to expand all of these holds, which I know we have troubles with governing capacity. So what are you doing? Why would you do that? But it's worth it. It's worth it because now when we go to restoring holds, it takes a lot less time. A lot less time. Though I do need more admin points to click it more times. All right. General has died. Okay. All right. That's fine. All right. Well, I suppose we can drill these troops while we're waiting for stuff to happen. No harm in that. We were going to go to war with Segdir since they're getting bodied by Buvari. But now that I know that I need to have a lot of relations with people, I think it's best if we just chill for a little bit and make it work. Also, I didn't even start coring all that. And there's Moonmount for coal. Make sure we go ahead and put a furnace on that bad boy. That is 5% goods produced in our entire country. So there is no reason to never, ever, 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 ever not build a furnace. You should always build a furnace. It's always worth it. Every time. All right, are you willing to ally me? Because you were friendly. And I know that my Diplo rep might not be the best. But I'm pretty sure. Yes. Okay, so there we go. So there's 100 relations with you. Uh-oh. Northwest, Ralhan, okay, I thought that maybe someone in the Serpent Spine would have to be happy with me, but it doesn't seem it's that way. Western Kenor, Eskin, Bulwar, Hales. Oh. Actually, I don't know if we can get this done. Well, hold on. We're not rivaled to the command. So we can start to improve relations with them. But that means that we need to be done with all the other improvements by the time we finish it with the command, because that's going to be the hardest one to accomplish. So let's make sure that we are ready to do that. Go and start hold restoration in Almdir. Beautiful. No policies that we can enact. Awesome. Cracked and Roar went to the alliance. Not going to happen. Simply not going to happen. Dang. We may need to take Segdir's land outside of the Serpent Spine if we don't want Buvari to just keep taking more and more of Bulwar, which I don't want them to. I very specifically do not want Buvari to own that. That is not good for us. Not good. Go ahead and do another hold restoration of Airnet Veer. And Moonhaven, you should be ready to ally me again soon. Man, look at that. Minus 29 Diplo rep. From Diplo rep. That's bad. That's bad. Furkos, come to your hold. Okay, we have fully improved with Anbennar land, so we're going to have to bribe the heck out of them to get them to like us. And there's our truce with Gore Ozenbrog up. Restore Alm Haraz. Okay, Anbennar land. You are friendly. You will ally me, though. Okay. So we ally Anbennar land. It doesn't get us to 100, but we can send them gifts and stuff to get them there. Moonhaven, you are at 121. And the command, you're at 60, and we can improve by 55 more. Sure, you can have access to that. That's fine. So, if we look at this, it's Rahen. Someone in Rahen, with a capital in Rahen, has to like it. So actually, no, I don't think I can do this mission. Unfortunately. I think we are, unfortunately, out of luck. Unless somehow, I can convince Buvari to like me. Allied to rival, hostile relations. We can try. We can try. What if I remove them as a rival? What if I just say, never mind. We're not rivals anymore. We'll try. Left the coalition. Look at that. See? We get rid of rivals, and all of a sudden, people like us more. Simple as. Simple as. We're going to have to do some shenanigans here, I think, to make this work. But hey, shenanigans for the mission tree, that is something I can do. That is something that I can, in fact, do. Troll refugees from Astaire? Sure. Rail skulkers around? Yeah, I'm not going to worry about taking them out, though. Not going to worry about taking them out. Okay, I thought I just saw that rebels were around. Yep, there they are. Go take care of them, please. Thank you. Well, while we're sitting here with 169,000 monies, thank you, nice. We are going to develop these provinces, and then we're going to build... Let's go ahead and expand them. I'm going to build ramparts here, because this is kind of our defensive wall in the west. Also, we need to build town halls everywhere. Try and bring our governing capacity into more reasonable areas. And then on top of that, build a bunch of state houses. Doesn't look like they're in anywhere necessarily great, but I will build them just to bring it back down. Because right now we are quite a bit, I would say, quite a bit over. And that is going to make coring things in the future very, very expensive. More expensive than we would ever need it to be. All right, so I think once we bribe our ally, then we should have everyone over 100 that we need. Eskin is just bribing our ally. North Hales and South Hales. Man, they really want to make this as difficult as possible for me, huh? They really want to make this as difficult as possible for me. Start improving with you. Wait, double check. Double check. I'm pretty sure they're in South Hales. Yeah, for sure. Pretty sure. All right. Morale of armies is fine for now. Get you up to level 5. Work goes on hold. Okay. Increase combat tolerance. Okay, we have lots of things happening here. Claim seems legitimate. Good for them. Lesnapar is elected emperor. Okay. There's no debate in the assembly. Let's go ahead and choose one. We will go for missionary strength. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You need to keep smacking down rebels as they show up. Alright, not fast enough. That's alright. Sanaga, separatists. It's going to be close. Yep, we got there in time. Nice. Okay, well, it's looking like I might be able to get Buvari there to be in friends. Maybe. Maybe. And then I'm assuming that North Hellas also needs to be one. Yes, it does. And there's currently only one person with a capital in North Hellas right now. And that is, unfortunately, the vassal of the command, which can move. Losers. Birthplace of the revolution in Buvari. L. Your problem now. Sure, build temple. Why not? Take tech. Why not? We'll even take mill tech early, because we can. All right. And let's go ahead and start improving relations with you. And we have to hope that he doesn't move him. Because if he moves Thunderfist... Don't do that. Don't be moving him around like that. You just leave him there. You just leave him there while we work on this. All right? Don't be trying to move my dudes around. I need his relations to be high. All right, let's start bribing him. So we're going to go ahead and influence him, since we have plenty of money. Let's listen to their families. Sure. Does that kill an advisor? Yeah. Unfortunate. We'll go for the missionary strength guy. Then we will influence Anbennar, which is going to be very expensive. Yep, doesn't really matter, though. We have plenty of money. A bunch of stuff is being restored. That's great. I'm a little more concerned about the missions and stuff now instead of always just developing these holds because we already have so much money. Okay. Works there. Now Buvari's going into Lyson. Okay, well, that's kind of terrifying. But they can't take much from him for now. Tornin enjoys the coalition. Okay, Tornin. Whatever. Do your worst. Do your worst. Moonhaven's already very happy with us. Emberland is now happy-ish with us. You are happy with us. Okay, so we just keep improving. And now you're being attacked by Kumarkand. Well, that wasn't how that was supposed to go. I was trying to protect these two from fighting, but I never got a chance to go to war. And yes, I do know that I could go to war here now, but we're not going to yet. I cannot afford the aggressive expansion at all. At all. All right, go ahead and send a gift. Awesome. You, if I send you a bunch of money, then you will also like me. Yep, here you go. Just take the money. I don't care. Boom. So that gets you to 117. So who we missing? Bulwar? No. We're missing Rahen and North Hellas. What? What you mean? There are no, but there's no one in North Hellas. Wait a second. Wait just one quick second. I don't like this mission. This mission is bad. I'm going to say it. This one right here is bad. Is very bad. Because, oh, wait. I can mold later. We're good. Daigung, somehow still alive. I was going to say that there's not that many countries that start off in North Hellas. And in almost every single game, they die. Like, literally every single game, they die. They are just there to be food for either the commander or Jetsiang when they pop off. So, I don't like that we have to get these guys. But luckily, one of them barely lives on. Barely. As long as you haven't been vassalized or anything yet. Nope, you're good. Take that. We have more Diplo points to develop with. Ugh. Okay. Just put them somewhere. Just develop things. This point in the game is just like I have so many monarch points now, and developing is so cheap in general. I just wish that I could just click, yeah, develop randomly somewhere, and we'll be fine. Though I would never actually click the button, because it'd be a terrible way to invest monarch points, but just whatever. Alright, we got to make sure that we keep getting these guys happy with us. So, send them a gift. You know what? We can even take on their foreign debt. And that makes them absolutely love us. You are welcome, Daigon. You are welcome. That means that we only have Rahin, which is just Buvari. It always comes back to Buvari somehow screwing me over, huh? That's always how it seems to be. No matter what I do, Buvari causes issues. How do I convince Buvari to like me? So, I can either scornfully insult the command, which I need to like me, which needs to like me. Do that? Wait. The command does not need to like me. Oh, the command has a capital in Rahin. I'm dumb. I'm sure some people already point out in the comments, okay, yeah, whatever. The command's capital's in Rahin. I forgot that Rahin goes all the way up here. So really, I just need to make Buvari or the command happiest. And the command is currently going to be the easiest person to make happy. Especially because I could just insult Orlghelovar. I don't care. They're not one of the people that I need to be happy with me. So go ahead and scornfully insult. And there we go. We can complete the mission. Still, having someone in North Hellas, that one's kind of scuffed. But we got it done in the end. Many dwarves and gnomes in our laboratories and hospitals in Org-Orson have now spent years studying diseases, not only in serpent spine, but in lands across Elan. We have learnt a great deal, but the greatest discovery has also been the smallest. Tiny creatures, invisible to the naked eye, revealed only by the microscope. The connection between these organisms and disease is far too valuable to hoard for ourselves. But everyone in Helan must learn about this discovery so that doctors can save more lives. The reason we suffer. Nuremberg Glassbeard sits on a comfortable bed, surrounded by doctors and journalists in protective gear. His resolve to prove his theory by experimenting on himself won over the Enlightened Ten, and they sent diplomats all over Helan to publicize this great feat of Orlghelovarian heroism. It seems that all the world is waiting for the results of this final study, and many nations have sent journalists to document the whole process. 5 hours ago, he ingested the rot bloth goblins he cultured from the serpent's corpse, and aside from some nausea and the repulsive mixture, he feels completely normal. As the head doctor begins drawing blood for the hourly test, Glassbeard notes that his throat and neck have begun to itch. The application of a topical cream does nothing to abate the itching, and an angry red rash quickly spreads across his body. The doctors are in favor of giving him the cure now, but he insists on waiting longer. The more symptoms of the rot he presents, the more credible his theory is. Exactly 7 hours and 18 minutes after ingestion, he vomits a mixture of blood and ale. His condition rapidly worsens, and he is seized by tremors and stabbing pains across his chest. Finally, after almost 2 more hours of agony, he consents to receive the cure intravenously. Just as expected, his condition rapidly improves, and at the 14th hour mark, the head doctor declares his condition is now stable. 2 weeks later, Glassbeard is present before the Enlightened Ten to receive his reward. For his selfless determination and scientific spirit, he is named a member of the Council and head of a new field of science, the study of bloth goblins. He had almost completely recovered aside from some lasting discoloration of his face and weakness of the legs. As it had expected, samples of his blood containing increasing numbers of rot bloth goblins up until the cure was taken, whereupon they rapidly decreased. After the last week, the rot bloth goblins are no longer present in his body, and he was declared non-contagious. His daring study caused quite a stir and a flurry of research. Already, several other types of why bloth goblins, okay? Just call them like germs or bacteria or viruses or whatever they are. Why bloth goblins? Have identified as the cause of various ailments, and surprisingly, the serpent's cure has proven to be effective in eradicating some of these too. It appears that the pristine fungus produces a substance capable of preventing some bloth goblins from reproducing, so great farms have been set up to mass produce the substance for medical use. The doctors of Orlghelovar are now renowned for their knowledge and care, and the Center of Dwarven Medicine has opened an expensive clinic to study new diseases in living dwarves. The unscientific assumptions surrounding diseases have been eradicated once and for all, and as hopefully all diseases will be. To the end of the game, minus 10% dev cost plus 10% manpower recovery speed. We gain new missions. No, we don't. That's the end of that little mission tree. Okay, cool. All right. Well, we can go to war, I guess. Actually, no, we're way over time. We spent all of today just trying to improve with people and do this. Which, I mean, hey, sometimes we're just not going to go to war. So next time we will go to war with Gore Ozenbrug. And that way we can get Kumarkand out of the coalition, which will be good. And then we're going to probably go to war with Segdir after that, considering they are, well, dead. They're dead. We will take a bunch of their land here in the Serpent Spine, and we will continue to expand, which is going to be exciting. That is going to be... Wait, no, one more thing. I'm streaming again. I haven't streamed for a while. I am streaming again. We're doing a... let me click over here. We're doing an Azjakuma into Kimura run. We already streamed the first session, I guess, when this is posted yesterday, and there'll be another stream today at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to come and hang out, that'd be awesome. There is going to be the VOD for that run up on the VOD channel, which you can find, I believe, in the link down below in the description. I'll make sure it's there. And so if you want to catch up on yesterday's stream, you could do that, and then I'll be live again at 3 p.m. Hope to see you all there. It has been quite a good run so far. But that is going to do it for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.